I definitely feel like I very much chose to pursue it as well, like around the time of my confirmation. To be perfectly honest, I don't think like the church rarely has like guidelines as like this is how you should dress kind of stuff. More so, I think the thing that they like push the most is like chastity and modesty. Well, modesty coming from like chastity. Chastity is like its own kind of virtue, and it means a lot of different things. It relates to fashion, but not like specifically. In the earlier church, what a woman should be was very much related to like her virginity. You know, it's like pretty explicit in the Bible and like in the church's like canon and teachings that went out to save oneself for marriage. If you go to certain churches, they do ask that you, like your elbows and knees are covered and shoulders too. I don't necessarily see direct reason why, except for perhaps like a tradition. I don't think your elbows are more sexual than your knuckles or something, you know what I mean? But there doesn't seem to be any theological reason, and therefore I think that it could change. Definitely like in the past, the church did require women to wear things like a little head veil, like in church or whatever. But it wasn't to cover them up or to hide them or to like pretend they're not there or something. It was more like a sign of like respect. They preach it as like a form of like self-respect, right? And the importance of the self-respect. And through respecting oneself, one respects God's creation and therefore God. I think to participate in beauty, right, or to participate, I guess, in fashion, which participates in beauty, is a form of worship. Because if everything comes from God, participate in the things that he's created is a form of worship. So I think to dress beautifully is a form of prayer. As Catholics, we're really blessed to have like such a focus on the Virgin Mary. She is the most perfect example, not only of women, but of like human. And I think that like her brand of femininity absolutely like in line with mine. I think Mary is a very strong character. Joan of Arc, she's my patron saint, and I think she's like a beautiful example of like a very strong woman. She is a woman, like, but that's not who she is like first and foremost. That's the way like I like to think about like women and femininity. Like, yes, you're a woman, but you're also like a lot more too. To distill the church like into like one word, it shouldn't be like tradition, it shouldn't be obedience, it should be love. Truly, like, you know, God is love. And I think that's the one thing that we really, 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 really need to remember as Catholics is this loving.